English is like a victory which has six trumps. English is a powerful language in the world. Many countries use English as a first language and second language. Also, many people, when they meet foreign people, they communicate in English any other than any other language. So English is a common language. So today I talk about English, and I've been using English for many years. Now I also use English, and I need yeah, to improve ability to communicate in English as well. But naturally, I feel comfortable in using English and really confident. Uh, so as it's natural for me to speak English, even though there are some mistakes, well, I don't care about. I hope I can express my opinion and planning. So now I talk about uh, language exchange to, to improve language skill when we learn foreign language. English is like a big tree which has six trunks, and then English is like a big tree. The tree has roots, and then when a tree grows from the seed, and it takes long time in the nature, and then from seed, and it got a moisture from the earth, and then in the end, it alive the seed, roots out from the seed, and then sprout on the out seed, sprouts out to the ground, and then air the soil, and roots deeply and stretch into the soil. Then the tree grows, and normally a tree has a big um, trunk, and then there's some branches, and then six branches, maybe the stems and big trunks, and then small branches. The tree has a look like a system of nature. There are six trunks in English, and then there's some I mentioned about, and then four pattern of noun. This was one, and then second is tense, and third is the pattern of verbs, and then fourth is the noun position. Fifth is adjective position, and then the sixth is adverbial patterns. And these are in English parts, main part when I use English. Let's talk about six trends. Let's talk about nouns. So when we speak something, and now I'm talking about the problem of language exchange by June, AI, and Google Document. Then when I talk about the content consists of 7 of nouns. 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 7 It means nouns are main uh, words in the sentence or in the sentence, in the story. All the nouns are very important. Nouns are very important. Uniquely in English, usually we speak and then we talk about, for example, we talk about a dog and then a dog and then there was a dog in the village and then the dog name is the name of dog is Charlie. Charlie is a small and it has white fur and Charlie is cutie, and then Charlie likes playing around the yard. And just like when I talk about the dog, and then I talk about some stories, most of the expression are nouns in English. And then, for example, I can say a dog, and then a dog is, and also I can say the dog, or there are some dogs, and then I can say dogs. And then, for example, when I say about the dog and the noun uniquely, when we count of noun and then we use and singular and plural, a dogs, a dog, two dogs, three dogs, and then we can say about it. And also we mentioned about specific dog, and then we can say the dog, the name of dog, the dog is very pretty, and then we can say like that. And one of the language about and like sand, we use the sand in the beach. Then the word is sand. And normally we don't count, so we don't say sand. We don't say cents, and then we just call sand. So in English, there are four pattern of nouns, and all dogs, dodo, and sand, something like that. That is a noun form. If we use it properly, uh, if we use the four patterns of noun properly, and don't make we don't make mistakes in using noun. It means nouns are 70% of sentence or stories. Then we are 70% we are correct. So and then if we make a mistake, just the only difference of four words and four patterns, and then we many mistakes in our sentence. So we practice when we read, we listen, and then we should figure out the and then the forward as well. Then and when we can improve the listening skill as well, and then we can read quickly. And so this is very important. Next, second is about the tense. Tense is very unique in English. We can remember about the basic tense is like past, present, future. This is the tense. In the end, we can three tense, basic tense. Most of language have three tenses, but in English, and tense are very specific and in detail. And so, and then there are four pattern of tenses: basic pattern and continuous, perfect, and then continuous perfect. So, and then there are four. So, and then we can get 12. 3 times 4 equals 12. So, and we can get 12 tenses. We can practice 12 tenses as well in the pattern. So, it's easy to practice the tense because the tense usually used in the proverbial phrase like admirable, And then we can use tenses simply. The practice we can 12 tenses with the pattern of it. Now I don't say about the patterns and then examples. Just I review about what the tense is and why tense is important in English. Uh, Third is the verbal patterns. It means the verb is very important. The verb is it looks like waste in human body. Without verb, without sentence, that is the very important. Verbs are very important in English. So verb, when we use verb, and then the verb has more than 8 patterns. So and then the verb pattern also very important. And other three is phrasal, no, noun, adjective, and adverb. These three patterns are same patterns, only with the word and some mixed word, combined word. After that, the phrasal and the phrasal word is very important. For example, to infinitive or gerund or the present participle, it also is combined, used as a phrasal. So it's a transformed form of adjective or adverb. The phrase and clause or the sentence is that using conjunction or relative pronoun. There's some grammatical pattern of word, phrase, and sentences. This is very important. Word, phrase and sentence. This is very important. So now I talk about the pattern of in English with the comparison like a victory, and then so I mentioned about six categorized look like six trunks in a victory. Then and I can mention about each noun pattern, verb and tense and the noun and adjective and adverb sum. That is the pattern. In terms of the languages, any other language, this pattern is very important. So, and then English is one of the languages. Some languages is similar with English, but like Korean is not similar in English in many ways. But and then the main pattern of the word phrase clause is almost similar. So and then when we know about the pattern of the one language, we can review reflection with any other language that we learn, we try to learn. So and then now I learn Vietnamese, and then I can reflect the Vietnamese into English or Korean comparison is very important to understand the language. Yeah, and then I can try to figure out, and then much easier than to understand. By doing that, I can improve the language skill and then express better than before. Okay, now I talk about the language. The English is like a victory, and I can make the content using AI simply in English. My content of uh, in English, my content of comparison. English is like a victory, which has 6 strengths. Each part, the one is pronoun from the dog and dogs and sand. And then 12 tenses English, and then verb phrases, idiom, phrasal verb as well, and noun, adjective, and adverb with the word, phrase, and clause, and sentences with the conjunction or relative pronoun, both. And then after proofreading with I can go with this and then let's see. I'll understand about English is like a victory with the six strong fronts. Now, the list of expression. Yeah, tense, verb, word, form, adjective, adverb, the beyond. Noun, adjective, adverb. Okay. And sentence pattern. Okay. AI make a good content about my um, idea. Let's see, I can read it. Um, Thank you for your detail and thoughtful message. It looks like you're trying to express a big idea that English as a language can be compared to a tree with a six-pronged or six-main part. That by understanding these parts, like noun, tense, verb, pattern, and sentence structure, you can improve your English and even compare it with the other languages like Vietnamese or Korean. Here's a clearer and structured version of your idea in natural English, suitable for use in a blog, presentation, or language exchange inflection. English is like a big tree with six strong trunks, a reflection on how language learning grows naturally over time. English, like any language, is a living system. I like to think of English as a between strong, growing, and full of life. It has cement trunks or foundation. And if we understand them, we can become confident, fluent speakers. Nouns, the root of expression. We'll start with noun. The names of people, animals, place, or thing. For example, dog, tree, beach, sand. We use countable noun like dog and uncountable noun like sand. And we learn how to use the article or under correctly. Understanding noun means you are already building 70% of a good sentence. That's it. The branches of time, and English has 12 tenses. More than many other languages, these are made by combining time, past, present, future, aspects, simple, continuous, perfect, perfect, continuous. Running these help to you express when something happened and how it happened. Tenses are like the branches that reach into time and verb the core of action. Verbs are like the heart of English sentence. Without them, there is no movement or meaning. None have the make these verbs connect subject and object, expression, actions, and describe feeling. Word form, adjective, adverb, and beyond. English build the sentence using noun, adjective, describing noun, adverb, describing action, and qualities. These words can come in basic form, but also as phrases or clauses. For example, happy adjective, happily at above, he is happy because it's sunny and cold. Incredible or an idioms the lips of the cultures. English has many phrases like give up, take up, look after, and idioms. Like a piece of cake or the break the ice, and these are difficult at first. But they add color and the fluency to your speech. Sentence pattern, the three structures. Every sentence is like a branch structure. You begin with a subject and verb, and build with object, complement, conjunction, pause. Understanding pattern like there's a door or if it's rain, now stay home. How do you express more complex thoughts? Language learning is like growing a tree. A tree begins with a seed. That seed is your interest, your motivation. It needs time, water, sunlight. Just like you need to practice patience and support. Over time, you treat roles, you listen like observing sunlight, you read and speak, stretching your branches. You make mistake at falling leaf, but the tree still grows. You compare language like comparing different kinds of trees. One language exchange help you tree grow, your tree grow. When you talk with other like in language exchange, you share your tree and learn from there practice real conversation, and discover cultural difference in how ideas are expressed. Reflect on grammars by comparing to Vietnamese or Korean. Liner search. English is a powerful world language. It connects people across the world, native speakers, second language speakers, and the learners. We use it because it works, not because it's easy, but because it can carry many ideas. Like a strong tree, it stands tall in the forest of world language. So keep growing your English tree branch by branch, word by word, and even if you make mistake, remember trees grow slowly, but they grow strong. I told about English is like a big tree, and then I mentioned about some uh, about my actually the 49 sentences with the six parts of language. And then I can get the content from AI.